Hello students, welcome to the channel Simplified Mathematics. So students, today we are going to discuss one important topic from your class 10 syllabus, and that is also included in class 11 syllabus also, that is arithmetic progression. So what is an arithmetic progression, that we are going to discuss today. Okay, so see now. So our topic of discussion is, today's topic of discussion is what? Arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression, or in short we call it as AP. In short we call it as AP, arithmetic progression or AP, that we are going to discuss today. See, arithmetic progression and AP is what? Say we are going to write some numbers in a particular order. What is the order? Let us see. Suppose I start to write some number. Say suppose I start with 1. Okay, I start to write some number. My first number is 1. Then I want to get the next number by adding a particular constant with 1. Suppose that constant which I am going to add, suppose I want to add the constant is 2. Suppose I want to add 2. So my next number will be 1 plus 2, that is 3. Next number will be again 3 plus 2, that is 5. Next number will be 5 plus 2, that is 7, so on. That means here I start to write some numbers. In which order? First I write a number of my choice. Okay, after that, to get the next number, I want to add a particular constant. What is the constant? Suppose that the constant I choose is 2, so I add 2 to get the next number. So I get 3 by that. Again with 3 I add 2, I add the same constant, okay, to get the next number 5. Again I add 2 to get the next number in this way. Okay, clear? Next, suppose another one. Suppose I start with 2. Okay, next I want to add a constant, as I told you. Suppose the constant is, say, root over 2. Suppose I want to add root over 2. So 2 plus root 2. Okay, in this way I get the next number. With this I again add root over 2. That means with the third number again I add root over 2. Okay, so it becomes 2 plus 2 root over 2. Root over 2 plus root over 2, it becomes 2 root over 2. In this way, suppose I am adding with every number I add root over 2 and I get the next number, like that. Okay, suppose I start with a number, say 1. This time suppose I want to add a constant, say minus 1 by 2. Okay, so my next number will be what? 1 plus minus 1 by 2. Okay, my next number will be 1 plus minus 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2. What will be my next number? 1 by 2 plus minus 1 by 2, that is 0. What will be my next number? 0 plus minus 1 by 2, that is minus 1 by 2, so on. Okay, next suppose I start with a number. I can start with any number, say minus 3. This time suppose I want to add a constant, say 0. So what will be my next number? Minus 3 plus 0, that is minus 3. What will be the third number? Minus 3 plus 0, again minus 3, like that one. So just students, you observe, here I have written some numbers. Okay, I write a group of numbers, you can say. How I write it? I start, first of all, I start with a given number, with a particular real number, any real number. I can start with 1, I can start with 2, I can start with minus 3. Okay, and what I do, I add a particular constant to get my next number. Suppose the constant here I have taken 2, so my next number will be 1 plus 2, 3, then 3 plus 2, 5, like that. Suppose the constant is root over 2, then 2 plus root over 2, then third number is 2 plus root over 2 plus root over 2, so on. Suppose the constant is minus 1 by 2, so first number 1, next number is 1 plus minus 1 by 2, which is 1 by 2, next number is 1 by 2 plus minus 1 by 2, that is 0, like that. Or suppose I start with minus 3 and I add constant 0, so next number is minus 3 plus 0, the next number is again minus 3 plus 0, like that. So what I am going to show you, that I can start with any real number, I can add any real number, I can add a positive integer, irrational number, negative number, 0, any real number I can add it. That means whatever the constant I am going to add with a number to get the next number, it may be any constant. It may be any real number. Okay, any real number I can add it. So I can start with any real number. My answers can be any real number. I can add any real number to get the next. Okay, clear? So this type of numbers, when you write it, they form a sequence, and that sequence is called as arithmetic progression. That means, what is an arithmetic progression? Okay, so if you are to define an arithmetic progression, then what will be your definition? So arithmetic progression is what? Arithmetic progression is a sequence of number. Sequence means we write some numbers in a particular order. Okay, so arithmetic progression is a process to write some numbers in a particular order, or in a particular process, or in a particular rule. So what is that order? What is that rule? That here we start with a number, and to get the next number we add a particular constant. Okay, and whatever the second number I will get it, with the second number again I add the same constant to get the third number. Okay, with the third number again I add the same constant to get the fourth number. The constant which I add, it can be 0, it can be positive integer, it can be negative integer, it can be fractions, it can be irrational number, it can be any real number. Okay, clear? Now here what happened, see actually, so like here, if you see the first arithmetic progression, here whatever the numbers you write in an AP, it is called as terms. Okay, terms of the AP. Here it is the second term, it is the first term. Okay, it is the second term, it is the first term. What is the difference of second and first term? 3 minus 1, that is 2. What is the difference of third and second term? That is 5 minus 3, it is also 2. Difference of fourth and third term? 7 minus 5, it is also 2. Okay, the difference is same. Of course the difference will be same, because you are adding the same constant to get the next number. Yes or no? So difference is same. And what is the difference? The difference is whatever the number you add to get the second number, or whatever the number you add with second number to get the third number, that constant is this difference. Okay, same thing you can see here also, here also, here also. Here also if I find the difference of second and third term, or third and second term, my answer will be 0. Here also if I calculate the difference of second and first term, or third and second term, or fourth and third term, my answer will be minus 1 by 2. Same in case of the second arithmetic progression also. So this constant which is added with a term of an arithmetic progression to get the next term, it is called as common difference. Okay, common difference. It is called as what? It is called as common. It is called as common difference. Okay, why it is called as common difference? Because it is the same, the difference is same, common. Okay, between any two consecutive terms, it is common difference. And the symbol for common difference is, usually we use D. D for difference, we use the small d. Okay, difference, that one. And the first number like here it is 1, it is 2, here again 1, it is minus 3. That means by which the sequence starts, by which the arithmetic progression starts, that number is called as first term. That number is called as first term. Okay, of course the numbers arranged in a sequence are called as terms. So whatever the first number, it is the first term. Okay, clear? First term. And see, it is usually denoted by, as you know that first alphabet is A, so it is usually denoted by small a. Okay, it is the usual symbol for first term, and D is the usual symbol for common difference. Okay, so now how can we define an arithmetic progression? We can define an arithmetic progression in this way, that arithmetic progression is a sequence of number where we add a particular constant with a term to get the next term, or where the difference between any two consecutive terms is constant. Okay, we can define arithmetic progression like that. It is sequence of numbers, that means it is the way to write some numbers where the difference between two consecutive numbers is constant. The numbers are called as terms. First term, by which the sequence starts, we denote by small a. The common difference, or which is the difference between any two consecutive terms, it is called as common difference, that is denoted by small d. Okay, clear? Now see. Okay, so students, so first term A, common difference D. Suppose we are going to write an AP symbolically. Okay, so my first number will be A. Okay, because first term is denoted by a. What will be the next number? Next number is with next term second term with first term I have to add common difference. So if I denote the common difference by d, then my second number will be a plus d. What will be the third term? With second term I have to add again common difference. That means it will be a plus 2d. What will be the fourth term? It is our third term. With this again I have to add the common difference, so my answer will be a plus 3d. Okay, that means if I write it in this way, so what is the first term? First term is a. What is the second term? What is the second term? Okay, with first term you add d, so it is a plus d. What is the third term? Third term, if you see, then third term is a plus twice d. Okay, like that. So one thing is fourth term. Let me write the fourth term also, then things will be more clear to you. Fourth term is what? A plus 3d. In this way you can continue. Okay, now see, in every term a is there. In every term a is there. Just you see the d. Okay, in first term you cannot see d. In second term d is there, coefficient 1. In third term coefficient of d is 2. In fourth term coefficient of d is 3. Just you observe the coefficient of d. In third term, fourth term, suppose I start from this, a is always there. What is the coefficient of d? Coefficient of d is 3. 3 means actually position is 4. So position of the term was 4. So 4 minus 1 into d. Coefficient of d is 1 less than 4. In third term, the same thing happens. What is the coefficient of d? Position is 3. So 3 minus 1 into d. In second term, actually it is a plus 2 minus 1 into d. In first term, actually it is a plus 1 minus 1 into d. Okay, it is like that. Okay, clear? So in first term, it is a plus 1 minus 1d. In second term, position is 2, a plus 2 minus 1d. In third term, position is 3, a plus 3 minus 1 into d, like that. Okay, that means, observing this, suppose you are asked to write a term in, say, whose position is, say, 21st. Say you are going to write the 21st term of the AP. Then what will be your answer? A plus position is what? 21st. So 21 minus 1 into d. That is a plus 20d. So if you know the position, then you can write the term, observing this. Similarly, if I want to find out the nth term means the position is n. Nth term means position is n. So observing this, I think all of you now you can understand what will be this term. It is a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d. So what is the nth term of an AP? It is a plus n minus 1d. Nth term is symbolically denoted by nth term. How we denote this nth term? Okay, nth term is symbolically denoted by an. Nth term we symbolically denote by an. Okay, so an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. An equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, what is n here? See, n is the position, and position is always natural number. N is always natural number. So in this formula, actually you see 4 quantities are involved in this formula: a, d, n, and an. A means first term, d means common difference, n means position, an means term in that particular position. Okay, terms in that particular position. Now here there is a confusion generally we can see among the students regarding n and an. See, n is the position and an is the term in that position. You can say, you can assume it like your roll number and your name. Suppose your roll number is 20 but your name is not 20. Okay, so n means the roll number and an is the student name of that particular roll number. Okay, students having roll number n. So as your roll number is always natural number 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, so here also n, the position will be always natural number. But an, it may not be natural. Okay, an according to the arithmetic progression. Okay, if your arithmetic progression all the terms are fraction, then an can be fraction also, can be 0 also. Okay, like that. Now if suppose a is given, d is given, n is given, that means you know the first term, you know the common difference, you know n means the position, so you can find a term in that position, an. Say 12th term of an AP where first term and common difference is given. So 12th term means n is 12. First term and common difference is given in your question. Then an is that particular 12th term. Or sometimes may what happen, that first term is given, common difference is also given, and a particular term is given. What is the position of the term? So suppose the term is 250. What is the position of that term? That means what is n? N may ask to find it out. Or an is given, d may be asked to find it out. Or n, d is given, a may be asked to find it out. Okay, so that means you will have your questions, okay, based on this formula. Basically in these questions, out of these 4 quantities, 3 quantities are given in your question. The 4th one you need to find out. Okay, 3 quantities are given in your question, and the 4th one you have to find it out here. Okay, clear? Okay, so it is the nth term of an AP. We'll discuss the question. I'll make one more video where I'll discuss the question. Today just I am discussing the basic things only. Okay. Next, students, suppose we are going to find the sum of n terms of an AP. Sum of n terms of an AP. What I am going to find out? Sum of first n number of terms, n terms of an arithmetic progression, that we are going to find it out, which is symbolically denoted by Sn. S for sum, n is the number of terms. That means Sn means what? Actually you have to add first term. Already we know what is first term, a, plus the second term, a plus d, plus the third term, a plus 2d, plus the fourth term, coefficient of d is 1 less than position, so a plus 3d. In this way up to the nth term, that means up to a plus n minus 1d. Okay, that suppose we are going to find it out. Okay, now see how many times you have added a. 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n number of times. Okay, because there are n number of terms, so you add a n number of times. That means a plus a up to n times you add it. Okay, you add it. Plus if I take d common, then here d into 1, here d into 2, here d into 3, and the last d into n minus 1. So if I take d common, then it will be what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus the last is n minus 1. Okay, so if I add a 2 times, then a plus a 2 into a, 3 times a plus a 3 into a. I have added n number of times, so answer will be n into a. Answer will be n into a. And d into what is this? 1 plus 2 plus 3. We have a formula. That formula is, suppose these are all natural number. Yes, these are all natural number. Suppose you have to add n number of natural number, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n. Okay, n number of natural numbers suppose you have to add. Then answer is n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, so how it is obtained? There is an interesting story behind this. Okay, of course I will make one video regarding this one. Just you now try to remember. If it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to, instead of n, if it is n minus 1, because here we have n minus 1, then if you replace n by n minus 1, then your answer will be n minus 1, n minus 1 plus 1 by 2, or which is n minus 1 into n by 2. Okay, so d is multiplied by what? D is multiplied by n into n minus 1 by 2 into d. Okay, clear? Or if I find LCM 2, then it is twice n a plus n into n minus 1d. Twice n a plus n into n minus 1d. Okay, Sn equal to, or let me write n this days, Sn equal to, here if you see in the first and second term n is common, so if I take n common in the numerator, so what will have? Twice a and n minus 1d. So twice a plus n minus 1d divided by 2. So it is the formula of sum of n terms of an AP. Sn equal to n by 2 into twice a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so in this formula actually what we have a, d, n and Sn. Okay, a, d, n and Sn. So you will have questions where out of these 4 quantities 3 quantities are given and the 4th one you have to find it out. Okay, that type of question you get it. This formula is used to find the sum of n terms of an AP. That means this formula is used whenever you are asked to add or find the total of some numbers which are forming an AP. Okay, say suppose you are say depositing money in different different amount, and that amounts are suppose in an AP. Then if you want to find out what is the total amount of money deposited total, so you have to find out sum of n terms. That means Sn formula is used. Okay, now if there are n number of terms, sum of n terms means total n number of terms, so of course the nth term will be the last term. Okay, nth term will be the last term. That means we can denote the nth term, we can take the nth term as a last term. Okay, now see this formula also written in this way: Sn equal to n by 2. Here twice a is there, twice a can be written as a plus a, twice a I can write it as a plus a, okay, plus n minus 1d, or n by 2 into a. And what is a plus n minus 1d? A plus n minus 1 is the nth term. Okay, so a plus a n. Okay, Sn can be written as n by 2 into a plus a n. And if there are total n number of terms, of course the nth term will be the last term. That means the an is the last term. So that's why Sn also written in this way, that n by 2 into a plus l. L means the last term. Okay, last term means the nth term. Okay, this formula also can be written in this way: Sn equal to n by 2 into a plus l. Okay, so students, this is the basic things of an AP. We are not discussing questions answers here, just we are discussing the simple the concepts related to an AP, definitions, what is an AP, okay, or the 2 formulas, one is nth term, one is sum of n terms. Okay, these 2 formula, how these 2 formulas are obtained, that we have discussed. Okay, so in our next video we'll discuss questions and answers based on arithmetic progression. Okay, so thank you, keep watching the videos, like, share and subscribe the channel. Okay, so encourage me to make more such videos which will help the students like you. Thank you all of you. Bye bye.